Hello, my people. I have a story to tell you today that you literally need to buckle your seatbelts for. You'll get the pun later, I swear. Anyway, this story happened today. Mark the date of June 19th, 2018. This is the story of what happens when you do what you shouldn't do to a cop. God, that's an unnecessarily confusing title that I will probably change later. Anyways, to start everything off, I'm laying in bed asleep and my mom runs into my house yelling at the top of her lungs. I couldn't even understand what she was saying. She was so mad and I was just sitting there squinting at her like, what did he do? I knew it had to be his fault because all I heard was, that big dummy, blah, 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 his stupid self lying, blah, 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 big old pork belly, blah, 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 jail, blah, blah. So I get up and drive with her to wherever she's directing me to. We end up at a scene where my sisters and stepdad are pulled over in the car with 2 police cars behind them. My sisters come to my car and tell me the story. Apparently, my stepdad, Marcus, which I want to clarify that isn't his real name, but for the purpose of this video, was speeding down a hill and whooshed past the cop. And when he realized this, he tried to slam down on his brakes so he could act like he was going slower than what the cop thought he was actually going. But the cop was smarter than that and quickly did a U-turn and turned on his lights. Now, the logical thing to do would be to admit your wrongdoings and pull over, get your ticket and go. But nope, not today. Marcus pulls over to this house where a man is getting his grass cut. He hops out the car, runs up to the man, and hands him his business card and starts talking to him. The man looks at Marcus like,
huh? What are you doing in my swamp?
Just so confused. And then he realizes the cop pulling up behind him. And he goes, I'm not the one you need to talk to, and points to the cop. The cop directs Marcus to get back in his car, and he does. The officer gets all his belongings together and walks up to the car. Everything is tense because, black people plus cops equals trouble. We don't like police at all. But Marcus had this unreasonable dislike for them. So much so that he does some pretty dumb things most of the time when he gets around an officer. So the cop comes up and asks him why he was going so fast. Marcus looks at him and goes, I need to go to the hospital because my family member had a heart attack and we have to get there fast and I have to go, please. This dude was lying. First of all, what family member was he talking about? All of us were just fine minding our own business. Everyone was looking at each other like, you have a heart attack? Nah, man, are you having a heart attack? Nah, I don't think so. Okay, LOL. The cop goes, okay, so you were going fast because your family member is in the hospital, right?
Right.
So why did you have time to stop and get out your car to talk to this man over there? Marcus goes, oh, I got out because I had to talk to him about something. You see, he works for me. He has my business card and everything. He what? He works for you? You literally just met him 2 seconds ago, my nigga. Oh my God. My sisters were in the back trying so hard not to bust out laughing in front of this cop. Laughing at this dude's lies. These lies. He didn't even know the person. Now he works for him? Okay. The cop just looks at him dumbfounded and gives up trying to figure out his story. And Marcus is sitting there acting like he's in a rush so he can continue to see this family member that's in the hospital having a heart attack. So the cop asks for his name. And Marcus says, Dwayne. No last name, just Dwayne. The cop asks for his last name too, but Marcus doesn't say anything. Just complete silent. So the cop goes to his other cop friend who's waiting patiently in his car and talks to him about something. He comes back and asks for his last name again. Marcus looks him dead in the eye and says Johnson. Cop says, so your name's Dwayne Johnson? Yes. Dwayne Johnson? What? Ain't that The Rock? The cop knew he was lying. The cop asks for his ID, and Dwayne says he left it at the house because he was rushing to get to the hospital. He asks for his birthday, and Marcus gives him my stepsister's birthday. My stepsister is like 16 years old, and this dude looks like he's probably hitting his 50s soon. Why would you give him the wrong birthday? You sitting up here lying to the cop the whole time and act like he don't know you ain't 16. The cop pops his name and birthday into the system, and surprise, surprise, nothing pops up on him. The cop goes and gets a black cop because, you know, black cops make us a little more comfortable. The black cop comes to the car and tries to get Marcus to tell the truth. But he goes deeper and deeper into his lie and tries to find any form of ID that can prove his name is Dwayne Johnson. He calls up his friends to try to tell the cops that this is his name. The calls went kind of like, hey, come over here and tell these cops that my name is Dwayne Johnson and I was born on this day and my family member in the hospital. And eventually he calls my mom. And what he want to do that for? She goes off on him and tells him she not lying for him and he going to jail that day. Fast forward to where me and her pull up to the scene and my sisters get in my car. The cops eventually ask my mom for his real name. She explains to them that he is terrified of the cops and he lies, and she's sorry for his stupidity, and that's that. He only got off with a few tickets because mama saved him from, like, I don't know, life behind bars or something. But, moral of the story, don't lie to cops, especially if your name is Dwayne Johnson. Quick side note, he also did this a total of probably 2 more times in front of us, so I can recount those stories if y'all want me to. Just let me know in the comments. Lord Jesus, please help me, Jesus.